I'm already back. I'm so upset about what they're doing to me. It's just constant all the time. It's just like, oh, the police haven't done anything for a little while, and then bam, they do something else. It's just victimisation. Like, people have been telling me that for weeks, and then after what happened yesterday, like, the people that I spoke to, they're like, they're victimising you. Why are they doing this to you? It's wrong. They're affecting your mental health and your mental well-being, yet they keep doing it, and they know how you feel. So that actually makes it worse, that they know how you feel, yet they're carrying on with the victimisation and the bullying. I've actually never done anything wrong, ever, and they want to find something to accuse me of, so they constantly watch me, they watch my videos, like if they got nothing better to do than watch my videos, because seriously, I'm sure there's criminals out there who are actually murdering people or doing other things that they should be spending the time watching rather than me. No wonder there's people like get away with stuff, because they're using all the resources and watching me, who's actually never done anything wrong, and they're just trying to find something small, like that video where I get upset at the end. They'll probably try and use that against me, because that's what they're doing. They're looking for something so small to get me on, that they're getting someone to sit through hours and hours of footage every day just to try and get me on something, and that's wrong. That is victimisation. I've had nothing but crap from them since last September, when first of all DC Melissa came on the scene threatening to kick my door in and made me so stressed out. Then I was pushed into an interview that I didn't really want to do again, and I didn't want to do that, and then I was pushed into talking about him, and I've been told certain things that I'm not going to reveal on here, because if this all comes out, the law has been broken countless times on their behalf, and you know, things weren't investigated properly, and someone's side was taken over mine from day one. And then another case, like I mentioned in another video, where there was plenty of evidence, I wasn't contacted at all during the investigation, which they're supposed to do, and the main witness wasn't interviewed, which they're supposed to do, basically, and they didn't. So there's lots of things that went on. There's lots of things I've tried to sort out with them rather than take it further, because I don't have the energy to do that. Like, I literally don't have the energy to do that. But they just make it worse all the time. Like, this inspector's lied about me and said I'm constantly emailing, which I'm not, and I can prove, and I'm reporting things in it that need urgent attention, which I'm not, and again can be proved because I keep all my emails, I keep everything to do with the police, because I've learned to do that, and I even kept everything last year, every message I sent, because I knew what they would do. I know what they do. I know I was warned countless times not to talk to the police, not to have anything to do with the police, because of what they do. Yeah, I just thought, well, why would they do anything illegal? But it's just constant victimisation now. There's a vendetta. They're trying to find something, no matter how small, because they want me to have a criminal record, which I think is wrong. But they're making constant mistakes. They're letting people contact me who upset me, who make my life hell, who turn up at my house when they're not meant to. And there's something else that they've covered up, because they know what someone came round here and did to me. They know, but they'll still cover it because they're in the police, and the police can do what they want. The police can do whatever they want. Police can take 7 weeks to contact me over a complaint, and then because I don't answer my phone because I'm driving, decide they're going to close the complaint. So when they say put complaints into the police, no, don't put complaints into the police about the police, because they'll go out their way to cover it. They'll have fake witnesses like, oh, this DC heard this. Yeah, of course they did. So you can't really do anything about the police, because the police, as people said yesterday, all piss in the same pot. I feel like crap. I feel suicidal. I'm slowly killing myself with an illness, which they probably don't believe I've got, but I actually do have, because you don't get a sick note for over a month for nothing, especially off my doctors. You have to be practically dying to get one off them. And then they wanted to give me a longer one as well, so I am sick. I am killing myself. I am on some strong pain relief, because I won't take anything else for it, because I don't want to get better because of how they've made me feel and how they constantly make me feel lying and saying that I'm doing certain things I'm not. The letter that I got was very wrong. There's lies in it and also misinformation. So if I wanted to, I could just sue them, because it's just lies after lies, making me look and sound as bad as possible. Like, as that inspector got nothing better to do, because he's making me look bad, so then if I do ever put complaints in, I'm not believed, because someone high up, aka an inspector, has made a bunch of crap up about me and made me look as bad as possible. Like, how do you actually sleep at night, like, making someone look as bad as possible, when, everyone in my day-to-day life, and not family, people I deal with on a daily basis, will say how nice I am and how giving I am and how easy to deal with I am and how friendly I am. So if you want to start with the crap, I can get a lot of character references to prove what you're saying about me is actually lies. And it's funny how the majority of the time that I'm distressed and on here feeling really distressed and unhappy is because something the police have done. My ex does stuff to me and I don't get as upset as I get when the police do stuff to me. So it just goes to show who is affecting my mental health the most. And Melissa, if you're watching this, because I'm pretty sure you've got nothing better to do either, because you're the instigator in making me look as bad as possible, even when you had me defending you because I was so ill I didn't realise what I was doing. When you said that I couldn't do that job, watch this space, because 12 months from now I'll be 6 months into that job. I will do it. You can't stop me. It's nothing to do with you. You've got me all wrong. You've all got me all wrong. You have no clue about who I really am. All you see is the upset side of me on here, mainly caused by police officers. So maybe you all should look at what you're actually doing to me and actually stop it, because it's bullying and you're victimising me. You've taken every little thing in my life and trying to ruin it and making me ill. You don't want me to be better and happy and have a good life and a good job. You don't want that. You want me to actually go out and kill myself, because Melissa, that time when I rang you up and said I was going to kill myself and you said good, do it, and put the phone down on me, remember that? And you angered me so much that I didn't actually do it, but you still shouldn't have told me to go and kill myself, because what as if I'd actually listened to you and done it? What as if you hadn't actually, like, annoyed me a little bit and, like, made me think, why am I going to do that just because she's told me? Police officers shouldn't say that. And it was so wrong of you to say that. And I've actually only ever told 2 people about that. My doctor and my dad. And my dad was like, yeah, that's typical Melissa. He wasn't surprised you'd actually said that. So, yeah, I didn't tell people everything that you said and did to me. I only told them a small amount, as you know, when you spoke to my dad and you told him that you knew I hadn't done because you still had your job. So that's how badly you treated me, because you know that if I did reveal everything, you probably would lose your job. And I never told everyone everything, but I told someone probably 75% of it. But the worst stuff I haven't told anyone. But I thought I'd get to talk to you about it and deal with it that way, because that's how I deal with things. I ask people why they've done things, but with your position of power, maybe you shouldn't be able to say and do the things you've been saying and doing, especially to me. And it makes me wonder, if you've done it to me, how many others have you done it to? But you made my life hell. I took an overdose because of you, and then you come up to the hospital and made it worse. You had me in tears, like, on the floor crying because of what you were doing to me. And of course your supervisor knows what you did, because I told him what you did that night, well, some of it, and of course it'll be covered up. But I know people who work at that hospital, 2 of which was actually working that night and saw what was going on in that room. One of them saw me sat on the floor crying and heard what you were saying to me. So If you want to cover it up, but there was a witness, and there was two to most of it. I'm not being pushed around and bullied anymore by the police because it's just constant. Like, my ex never made me feel this bad, and he used to do all sorts of stuff to me. The police have a duty of care, but they ignore it when it comes to me. I ring 101, I get abuse. If PCs turn up, I get abuse because something's been said about me, yet I've never actually done anything wrong, yet they feel the need to make me feel like crap constantly. They make me suicidal. They know I'm killing myself because of them. They don't ring up and apologise and say, can we rectify what we've done, can we change things, because most people would, and the police are supposed to make your life easier and sort out any mistakes that they've made and apologise, but no, they just cover it up because that's what they do. They all piss in the same pot. See, I'm going to keep saying that now, like someone said that to me, because just, it says it all really. They all piss in the same pot. But I am stressed out. I'm in a lot of pain today with my illness. That's why I'm lying down filming this video. Like, I've literally got this arm where it hurts on my hand because, you know, and I've got a bad back as well, and I feel ill. And my dog's here. Hello. I can see you. Cleo. Cleo. Hello, doggy. Hello. Hello, sweetheart. What are you doing? You come up to see me? Because you don't get to do this much, do you? I don't get to see my dog in the mornings. She normally comes up here after a walk every day, but I'm not here when she comes back, so this doesn't happen anymore. And normally on a Saturday I'm downstairs well before now, but I had more sleep than normal and I still feel absolutely exhausted. I think that dream I had last night, what was a nightmare, drained me. It was in between videos. That's why I was able to start another video, because I'd woken up and I was like really stressed out, and once I calmed myself down enough I put the video back on. So normally when I have nightmares I feel more tired anyway. I need to get up and do something, because if I don't, I'll just feel worse and worse. Like, I'll feel more and more down if I don't try and do something. But like, I'm so mentally drained and stressed out because of the police. I just don't feel up to doing anything, and I'm like so physically tired as well. But I've constantly got things to do, so I'm gonna have to do something to try and distract my mind, even if it's only for an hour or something. Like, I think it's going to be a long day today because of how I feel. I think the day's just going to drag, and I'm not putting the camera back on me because of the angle I'm sat at. I'm in a lot of pain with my illness, and I'm not a massive fan on taking painkillers for it. I've got some very strong ones that my doctor gave me, and I've had quite a lot of them this week. I've been having I think I've been having 2 doses a day, but I didn't have any yesterday, because the pain weren't that bad. Like, I tried to, like, pain scale of like 0 to 10, 0 being nothing and 10 being the worst pain ever. I tried to get it, well, not get it like on purpose, but I try not to take anything below a 7 pain wise. I can put up with a 7. It depends what I'm doing. If I'm not at home, I will take pain relief when it's a 7. And 7's pretty horrific. I have had 10 with it. I normally end up in hospital when it's a 10. And yeah, there was like one night this week when I was like, I'm gonna end up in hospital this weekend with it, because I felt so ill. And I do feel really ill, and obviously when the police stress me out the way they have done yesterday and today, obviously, because it carries on, it's kind of blurred all my symptoms up, because I'm not allowed to be put in that sort of stress. So yet again, they're making me ill. So I'm going to have to try and do whatever I can to make sure I don't end up in hospital, because I just simply don't have the time to end up in hospital. And like, that letter ruined my day yesterday. Probably going to ruin my whole weekend, and I'm probably not going to get as much done as I need to get done, so I'm permanently behind all the time. I can never catch up because of how the police are making me feel, because if it's not one thing stressing me out, it's something else. And normally when it's the police, it's like the worst possible stress that I feel. So I'm going to write myself a mini weekend to-do list. I need to look at my list that I wrote for the week and see what I've got left to do on that, and then write like a mini thing, so it'll hopefully encourage me to do a couple small things, because the way I feel, I do need to try and distract myself, because I'm so down, I'm so stressed out, and I'm so like on edge because of what they've done to me yet again. So they can't say there's no vendetta, because they know doing this will cause this, yet they still do it to me. So I don't know what I'm going to do. The first thing I need is pain relief and a drink, because the pain is pretty bad and my back's bad. I've got lidocaine patches for my back, but until I have a shower, I'm not going to put one on, because I don't have a massive amount left now. I think I've got about, I don't know, I know I've got 3 left in one packet. I don't know if I've got another packet of them. If I have, I'll have 8 in total. So when I've had my shower, I'm going to whack one of them on, but then it's like, where do I put it, because I've got quite a wide range of pain today. I think I'll know where it's going to go anyway. So yeah, I'm stressed out, I'm very depressed because of the police again. Blackburn police, especially PPU, have it in for me. It's like when I ring up and they find out it's me, their attitude totally changes. So they're obviously all slagging me off. Like, if they got nothing better to do, like catching murderers or burglars or, you know, dangerous drivers or drug dealers, I'm pretty sure, you know, they should be spending more time on them rather than making my life as hell as possible. I think my dog's going out from the noises that are going on downstairs. Like, she makes noises like she likes a walk in the morning. Obviously. Well, if someone took me for a walk in the morning, I would not be impressed. I'm always tired in the morning. Even if I get like 5-6 hours sleep, I'm still tired. I've got to stand up slowly. I'm still bent over because my back is really bad. Straightening up is painful. I'm going to film until I get downstairs, I think. I'm just putting some lip balm on. Because my lips are drier than a budgie's cage. Is that a saying? I always get sayings really badly wrong, like I'm the worst person at sayings. My back is so bad. Anyway, I hope everyone's having a better day than me, because literally the police ruined my day yesterday. I'd actually had quite a good day for once, believe it or not. It was quite stress-free for once, and then I get that letter. So, but I spoke to several people about it, and they're not happy, and they're saying that I've been victimised and, you know, it's bullying. My dog's in my dad's car. She's there at the window like that. That means she's going on a longer walk. I'm surprised he's actually doing it because it's pouring down and it's going to be muddy. So my white dog's going to come home brown. That actually just made me smile at her then. She's at the window like... I'm actually surprised he didn't bring the car round, because normally he brings the car round for her, to make it easier for him. She's so adorable at times, but I am honestly surprised that he's taken her in this weather. But yeah, she's going on a long one in a very muddy place. I'm glad I'm not bathing her, and I'm glad she's not in my car. I can't even tell if it's raining. I think it is. I think it's that fine, fast one. Is that a description of rain, the fine, fast one? It's like, that's going that way instead of coming straight down. See, the only reason I do these videos is a distraction. So I can drop my phone as well. Obviously, because nothing would be complete without dropping my new phone. So that, if anyone wonders why I just talk loads of crap on here, oh great, because I need a distraction. Obviously, because the police have launched another attack on me. They're not happy until I actually kill myself, I'll guarantee that, and they'll probably have a party when I do. Is it bad that I want them? I've just spotted these and now I want them for breakfast. Really cold in the kitchen. I'm going to have one of my tablets. these are my pain relief, and it has another purpose as well. Hope it'll block the police out. Hey, some drugs that block the police out would be amazing. Oh god, couldn't swallow it. I have to swallow things with food, or if in desperate times I will chew them up. Don't chew tablets up, they're horrific. When I'm really down, I like egg and toast soldiers for breakfast, but I don't know if I'm going to do it because I bought a load of almond milk yesterday. Because they were £1.80 each, or two for £2, so I thought I'm going to get two, but then I'm like, I do actually have a cereal cupboard. I don't know if I've ever shown this cereal cupboard, it's a little bit crazy to say the least. I actually need to go through it and throw some out because God knows how long I've had them, but I will show you my cereal cupboard. Don't know if it's blurry or not. I might put colour on. So this is the cereal cupboard. I've actually emptied this not too long ago. This one's not mine, but I would eat bran flakes because I like bran flakes. See, I never have cereal. Instead I've got these variety packs. What is the date? Oh, I'm going to put them in the food, when I do a big food parcel thing near Christmas, so I'm going to put all of them in that. Then this is one of my favourite cereals, bite-sized shredded wheat. It's not always what the sell-by date is. It's like if you've had the box open. Look, there's loads of these. I'm obviously buying them and not eating the ones that I don't like. So then we have fruit and fibre, which I like. I'm tempted to have the fruit and fibre. 8 for the 8.17. I don't know. Maybe. I got that when it was on offer, but I weren't too keen on it. Then I've got these because I thought that would be quick, but I'm still not using them. Then I got Tesco's own version of Special K red berries, and it's rubbish, so I'm going to throw that out. Then I think that's a big bran flakes. Oh, this isn't open. I might have that because it's not open. What's the date on it? The 5th of the 5th, 17. See, I don't eat cereal often. Then I've got normal shredded wheat, but I don't know what the date is. God, anyone who's watching this video, sorry that it's boring. There's one of my favourite cereals, Blueberry Wheaties. There's some Belvita, there's some Quaker Oats porridge. So I don't know what to do. I need to find out what condition they're in. Maybe not today because I can't be bothered. I think I'm having fruit and fibre. And then there's stuff on the top shelf. So there's like Rude Health Muesli, there's loads of fibre ones, there's Belvita, there's Ready Break, there's another Ready Break, there's a Dorset cereals at the back, there's another cereal, muesli. Then there's more Belvita, more fibre one, Belvita. Then there's Aldi's own version of the porridge that you do in packets, but that's actually rubbish. So I need to go through it and maybe replace some, or get rid of some and then replace them and actually have cereal, because cereal's one of my favourite things to have ever. So yeah, so these aren't bad for the price if you want to get something cheap. I think they were £1.29, but they're not Special K. They're just a copy of them. But if you can't afford the Special K, then They're okay, they're not amazing. Like, that's why I've not eaten them, because if it was Special K red berries, that would have been gone by now. That's the reality of it. It would have been gone. I know, like, most shops do their own version of that, and it is one of my favourite cereals. Oh, and my coffee machine likes to leak everywhere. I've had it like 2 months or something, so probably can't take it back. It started to leak everywhere because there's hardly any liquid going in the cup at the moment. So I had to do a double press or whatever it's called, because it's going everywhere but the cup, it would appear, which is frustrating because I'm having to put it on twice to get the right amount of coffee. And my favourite tea bags have run out like a week ago, and I was meant to get some yesterday and I totally forgot, because there's only one shop that sells them, hopefully still sells them. There's like liquid everywhere because of this stupid coffee machine. Like, I don't know what's going wrong with it. I don't understand it. So I was meant to go and get a couple of packets because it's limited edition. And when I looked on Amazon, it was like £7, and I got it for £2.99, and I thought £2.99 was quite expensive. But so I want to get a few packets of it. It's that velvet tea vanilla chai latte. Not a latte, it was chai tea. Latte's coffee. And it was lovely. And I keep thinking I'll go and get some, and I thought Friday's the perfect time. Nope, forgot. And then when I come home, it's Stress City because the police have carried on the vendetta against me. I don't know where this is leaking from. Like, I don't understand it. My dad said to me a few weeks ago, don't buy any more cups, there's no room for cups. I was like, one just arrived today. It's this one, I've not even used it, but I liked it because I'm a Scorpio, and M, that's the Scorpio symbol, but it's also my first name. So, it's still got the tag on, but it's such a lovely cup. I think it's porcelain, but it's so nice. But it's like, yeah, I can't get any more cups in the cupboard. I was like, I've got this one. And I've not used it yet, but it's a perfect coffee cup size actually. And this is a Starbucks mug. Like, why do they look like it's for a left-handed person? Because look, if you hold it in my right hand, it's like the back, but good job I'm left-handed. Or am I right-handed? Answers on a postcard. Oh, so wet on here. Like, I've got kitchen roll on in advance and it's dripping. So I don't know what is going on with this coffee machine. It didn't do this when I first got it, obviously, because it would have gone straight back. So I don't understand. If anyone's got an espresso machine and you've had this problem, please comment below or send a private message, because it's not even just a little bit of liquid, but then again a little bit looks like it's a lot. But like, I'm on my third one of these and this is super absorbent, so obviously there's something wrong with this coffee machine because it's leaking everywhere. I don't know why it's leaking everywhere. dying to eat these. Honestly, I keep seeing them like I want them. I'm having to go out in the cupboard from the other side to get the dish because you're resting on the dish cupboard. Oh! Because I can't see what I'm getting, I've ended up with a massive dish. I don't know if I can eat these because they don't feel like they should feel. I know that sounds random, but you know, they've got August's use by date on them and they're not. I don't know, they're not. So I'm not putting a lot in because I think I'm going to end up wasting them. I hope I'm wrong and I hope they're fine because, you know, it's a waste, but I'm good at wasting food. So these are 2 for £2 at Tesco, probably at Asda as well, instead of £1.80 each. And I've not been getting milk because I've not been having cereal or in the mornings. And cereal's one of my favourite things ever. And I didn't fall on the bandwagon like everyone else. I've been using almond milk for at least 3 years now, and it's better for me. And like I have normal milk if I have to, but almond milk doesn't like give me stomachache or go right through me basically, which normal milk does. Just being honest. I still want egg and toast soldiers because that's how I feel today. Normally when I'm really down or I'm ill, certain illnesses, I crave egg and toast soldiers because that's like my little comfort food thing. I don't know why I'm still in the kitchen because it's cold. I'm trying to decide if it still tastes like it should taste or not. I can't decide either way because I don't know. I'm only going to carry on filming because I am so down that I need a distraction. Otherwise I would stop filming now. I can't decide if I like this or not. I am still here, everyone. I'm just trying to decide if this fruit and fibre is actually edible. Well, it's edible, but I think it is okay. So I can put it back in the cupboard. I'm going to try and have cereal every day because I've got 2 lots of milk now. I didn't think of that. I just bought it because it was on offer. But it's my favourite almond milk. I've not tried every brand going, but out of the ones I've tried, it is the best. One of the cheapest actually is in Tesco's Asda. It's actually a chilled one as well, not a long life one. It's like 89p or something. I think I've had it twice and it's not bad actually. Whereas Tesco's one's about 150. So if you're looking for a cheaper almond milk, I highly recommend the Asda one in the chilled section. I was actually surprised when they started doing it at that price. But when I can, I do get the Alpro one. I've not had it for ages because I've not been eating cereal. And the Blue Diamond one's quite good. I've had Aldi's. I'm not as keen on that one. But it obviously depends on your budget. If you can't afford anything like the Alpro's normally 180 in Tesco, I think it's 150 in Asda. If you can't afford that, then I recommend the chilled one in Asda's own version. And soy milk is quite nice. It's as near tasting to normal milk, like cow's milk, as you can get. I've tried Aldi's version of that and that's not very nice. I can't remember what other version I had, but the other version I had was better. But for cereals, I absolutely love almond milk. If you're not used to the taste of almond milk, it does take a little bit getting used to, because obviously it has like a nutty kind of taste to it, and I prefer the sweetened one. But I can eat the unsweetened one. Well, drink it. Well, put it on my cereal.
I think the sweetened one works better on cereals that aren't sweet. And then the sweetened one, did I just get that right? The unsweetened one on the sweet cereals, and then the sweetened one on the cereals that are sweet. But in general, I just prefer the ordinary one, which is the sweetened one. I actually think I'm going to keep that fruit and fibre. I almost call it Special K then, because it tasted fine to me. I don't think it tasted as fresh as it would do if it was in date, but it was fine. But I'm still throwing out that fake Special K red berries, because I've had over half a box of it, don't get me wrong, I did properly try it, but it was just, I don't know, it's got sweeteners in it, which they all do, but it was like a horrible tasting sweetener. And I know you can't see me, but you're not missing out on much. I'm so tired, but once I'm awake, I'm awake. And even if I could go back to sleep, like, it would be wrong to go back to sleep, because then I'd be up all night, and I don't want to be up all night. Normally that's like when I'm at my worst, like depression wise, so obviously if I can avoid being up all night, I will do. Like, I don't deliberately stay up all night, sometimes I have no choice in it. I mean, there have been times when I do fight sleep. It's normally if I've had an horrific nightmare the night before, so then I'll be less likely to want to go to sleep the following night, because I won't want to feel the way that nightmare made me feel, if that makes sense. So there are times where I will fight sleep, but there's also times like last Sunday, I didn't stop until, I don't know, was it 11 o'clock or something, because I did a video before I had time out before bed, and I was just so like busy and drained all like by that point, and then I did that video, and then I had to have another hour or so before I could like lie down, and then when I laid down I couldn't get to sleep. So I'm just always busy at weekends because of how I feel in the week. When I get home, like, I'm mentally drained, and then I don't get much done. Like yesterday, I actually had to do 2 things yesterday, and there were other things I needed to do, but there were 2 main things that I had to do for this channel, because obviously, as I've mentioned, I do have goals or challenges for myself throughout December, like for videos and stuff on here, and I had to film 2 videos, one for one day and one for another day. I'm not saying what days because I'm not giving away anything. The first anyone will find out about it is when the first thing happens, and it isn't too far away, and then the second thing happens. So that's why I need to be able to upload 3 videos a night. But obviously last night, because I was so stressed out and on edge and upset and everything because of the police, I literally had to film myself all night just to make sure I didn't get too upset, because obviously if I'm on camera, I'm not going to get that upset because it's a distraction. and obviously I wouldn't want people to see me in that state, so that's what stops me. But I shouldn't be victimised and bullied the way that I am, and shouldn't have to be in this position now where I'm 3 videos behind of what I should have uploaded by now. So, you know, I weren't gonna film last night. I was potentially gonna film tonight or tomorrow night, because I'm able to do it tomorrow night, and that would have been it until probably next weekend, unless something happened. I mean, the only reason I've started these ones, like I just said, it's to stop myself from getting so upset and not knowing what to do with myself. So that's why they started, and you know, I'm glad that I am able to do these live videos, because they kind of are a saviour in some ways. But I shouldn't be in the position where the police are constantly doing this to me and making me feel this way when I've actually never done anything wrong. So now I'm 3 videos behind, and I think the next 3 are quite long ones, so I can't. Like the other day, I did one during the daytime, and it was like a 5 minute, oh no, it was like 6 minutes long, and it took an hour and a half to upload. So that hour and a half, I had to keep myself so busy because I couldn't go on my phone, and like I need to be able to go on my phone when I'm feeling certain ways. So I don't think I can even upload any of the next 3 during the day, because it would like monopolise my phone for too long. But really, I should have got 3 up last night. So there are a couple of big things coming up on this channel next month, and that's why I had to film those 2 videos. But everything else that I had planned just didn't get done because I was so stressed out, and I was having to speak to people about the latest victimisation the police have done, and get advice, and like speak to a solicitor and find out what I can and can't say on here. But it appears I can say what I want. I can even give names if I want to, because it's not wrong saying who's upset me. It's actually not illegal in any way whatsoever. But I didn't say surnames because I'm a bit more respectful than they are towards me. But obviously I'm not gonna sit back and not talk about it, because not talking about things has got me where I am, and like, you know, the way I feel and stuff. But even they were telling me I need to talk about everything. So I'm taking their advice and I'm talking about it on here, because people need to be aware of what is actually going on in my life. And I know there's a lot of things I've not been talking about because I'm finding it hard talking about other things. But when, you know, it's constant victimisation from the police and things, they're doing things and making me look certain ways and lying about me, of course I'm going to talk about it, and I've been encouraged to talk about it so everyone is aware of what is going on and how they're affecting my mental health. Because actually yesterday, I was actually perfectly fine yesterday. I'd had a good day, I'd come home, I had so much I needed to do, but I couldn't do it. I had to do those 2 videos, and you can tell, because I've watched them back, you can tell there's something wrong. I briefly mentioned it in both of them, even though the videos are nothing to do with that. They are briefly touched upon, and I did say that I will talk about it in other videos, which I have done and I will do in detail at some point. But I've just got so much on, and like I said, I'm so busy at weekends, and like now I should be doing things, but I'm so stressed out that I'm sat here trying to distract myself with a video, like talking away. So if you're like logging on or watching now and you're like, can't see anything but the ceiling, I am actually here. See, I look horrific. Went to bed with straight hair, woke up with this and that mess, and then that was all stuck up, and weren't a good look. It still isn't a good look. So I am actually here, but it's just really difficult to hold this continuously because it's uncomfortable holding it. So yeah, I'm having to do this because the police have upset me again. I've got so much to do. It's so overwhelming, the amount of stuff I've actually got to do. I've actually got given some work yesterday as well. Like, I don't have enough work to do. I
I've got given another lot of work that's going to take a long time. So God knows when I'm going to do that, because, you know, if the police carry on, I'm probably just going to end up jumping in front of a bus or something, because that's how they're making me feel. I know that if I ever do something, it will be something that there's no coming back from, as in, you know, like, that it will kill me, basically. I'm not going to do something where there is a potential that I would live, because I would. If you're trying to kill yourself, you don't want to live, do you? And you hear about people, they did this and the other and they lived. Like, if you're going to kill yourself, do it properly. Like, jump off a motorway bridge. How do you get on motorway bridges? How do people get on motorway bridges and jump? Like, how do you actually get on it? Like, am I thinking of the right thing? Like, people do jump off motorway bridges, don't they? But how do they get on them? Like, am I missing something? I bet it's simple to get on there and I'm just making myself look stupid. But, yeah, and also, if you're going to jump off a motorway bridge, make sure there's actually traffic coming at you, because what's the point in jumping, landing on the ground and breaking your legs and your back? Like, you know, like, you need something high speed and big, and like a big vehicle to hit you. Like, what's the point in, like, yeah, I'm jumping and like, some people would actually land without actually hurting themselves, if you think about it. But yeah, make sure there's actually traffic, you know, like rush hour traffic. And I'm not telling anyone to go and do it, I'm just saying, if you're going to do it, why would you jump when there's no traffic? Watch me accidentally fall off a motorway bridge, and now I've said it, everyone think that I've actually jumped. I actually don't like heights. Are they that high? I can't even think. I can't even picture one in my head. I don't know what's wrong with me today. I can't even picture how high a motorway bridge is. And where are they? And how do you get on them? Am I having like a really dumb moment? Like, is it an obvious way to get on them? And I don't know. And it would need to be quite high, because well, they're going to be higher than 6 foot, aren't they? Like, I can't think how high they are. Like, what is wrong with me today? But yeah, like, don't jump and, like, not jump into traffic. And then, like, I would feel bad about the person that's going to hit you, because that's going to live with them, isn't it? See, and that would stop me, because I'd be there thinking, I want to jump, but oh no, that person is going to live with that for the rest of their lives. I mean, some people it probably wouldn't even bother. So I don't know, like, I once, like, years and years ago, because I've always remembered this, because it's not the sort of thing that would stick with you. But and I don't know how old I was like 12 or 10 or something, and someone told me about someone's relative who had laid down on a train track and waited for the train to come, obviously. And it came and, like, chopped, like, the feet off and the head off. And then they told me that they'd been put in 3 different coffins, and that always stayed with me, because I pictured, like, 3 coffins, like, you know, one with the head in, one with the legs and one with the body in. But when you're young, you don't, like, think that, oh, they're going to sew them back together, because that's what they would have done. They would have put them back together and put them in one box, one coffin. But that always stuck with me when they said to me that they was put into 3 boxes. But then, also on the flip side, like, you know, when I thought about it when I'm older, well, whilst I've been older, I always, like, think, like, how can you lie there and watch the train come? How can you do it? Like, I just can't imagine lying and waiting for it. Like, if it was instant, I could understand how you could do it. But how do people lie there and wait for the train? Because apparently this person waited for about half an hour. surely you would have talked yourself out of it by that point. I don't know. I mean, as far as I could see personally, I would have thought I would have talked myself out of it in that point, like in that sort of time, because I don't know, because it was probably, you'd probably be cold because it was at night time, it weren't a daytime one, and B, like, you know, wouldn't you get bored lying there for half an hour waiting for this train to come? Like, and then as you see it approach, how could you not get up? I think the only thing that would keep me from getting up would be fear, because I'd be scared, and that would probably stop me from getting up, because I don't like being chased. I always stop. Like, if I'm playing with my dog and she's chasing me, I get scared and I stop and I can't move. And it's like when I was trying to get away from somewhere once before, and I knew, like, I was possibly being looked for. I was, like, close to by where they were, like, where I thought they were going to go, and I couldn't move, and someone said it's like fight or flight, and I said I couldn't, like, get away. Like, I felt like I was carrying, like, all this weight and I couldn't move. I could not move. I felt panicked and scared, and I couldn't move. I said it took me like 3 times as long to get to where I was going than it would normally, because my heart was pounding and everything just felt heavy. And they went, you know, I think they said they'd not even heard of that before, and I said that's what I get like, even when I'm playing with my dog and we're running around and she's running behind me, I just stop because I just can't move. And it's like, when my ex once chased me, I tried to get away from him and I just couldn't move, and I just don't understand, because they do say fight or flight, and I couldn't. I just could not move. The fear, like, it just made me feel really heavy and scared, and I stopped. I always stop, like with my dog, I stop. So, to like lying there and waiting for a train, and it's like, the only thing would possibly that I wouldn't get up for is because of the fear, and obviously it's just going to root me to the ground. But I just couldn't, like, now understand how he could lie there looking at it, because that's the way his head was facing, like, and watch it come and watch it about to go over me. Like, how I just don't understand how you could do that. But I always had that image in my head of 3 coffins, because that's what I was told. And when I mentioned it to I think it was my dad, years later, he's like, no, of course they sold them back together. They didn't just put them in 3 individual boxes. But that whole family was a little bit loopy. Like, I remember one of them tried to hang themselves with a pair of tights. I don't know how tights... I wonder if tights would hold you up. Actually, they probably would hold you up. So I think they were trying to... Well, obviously it was a she, it weren't a man. Well, I'm not discriminating. Some men do actually wear tights. I know my ex put a pair of mine on and I didn't want them back, and he couldn't understand why I didn't want them back, but I definitely did not want them back. But at least he saw how difficult they are to get in, because men don't understand how difficult tights are to get into. Like, some days, like, I want to wear a dress, and if I'm in a hurry, I'm like, I can't do it. I can't spend 10 minutes trying to get a pair of tights on. I think they're called tights for a reason. So, yeah, she tried to hang herself with a pair of tights. I don't know if she was hanging when she got found, but obviously she lived. But, yeah. And then she also... Was it her who did it, or someone else from the family? Stepped off a moving bus. And what else has one of them done? I don't know if any of them are alive still, because there was a lot of things that happened. Like, and I weren't told much about it because obviously I was young, but obviously you'd overhear things. But it's been discussed, like, when I've been an adult. But so you could hang yourself with tights. So I think she also threw herself down the stairs as well, and then said her husband had beat her up. And what else? She's dead, by the way, and not because she killed herself. She just died. And she only had one lung, as weird as that sounds, but she died. She was loopy. Obviously she's loopy. She bloody tried to hang herself with a pair of tights. But loopy in like a, I want to say in a good way, but people would take that the wrong way. But she was interesting. I don't remember that much about her, but yeah. She always thought I was younger than what I was, though. I remember when I was about 18 or something, someone I know had gone to see her, and she sent me back some like very childlike gifts, and it just amused me. It's something chronic. She thought I was about 7 still. But at least she remembers me and like sent me stuff. And she'd asked, I think she'd sent a request of me to draw her a picture as well. Oh, I've got to tell a story of something funny from yesterday. I can't mention any names, but I was somewhere yesterday and they'd bought a TV in the week and they'd found the receipt and they went online to see if it was cheaper in the Black Friday sales, and they found out it was £29 cheaper from the same shop. So they had decided they were going back to the shop to get the £29. They weren't taking the TV back, they were just going to say, look, it's £29 cheaper, I want the difference. So I was telling someone else and they're like, are they so bored that they're going to try and get £29 back, which, you know, obviously they're not going to get back. So they'd already said that basically if they couldn't get the £29 back, they were going to return the TV and then either buy it again from there or they found it somewhere else for the same price. And I'm thinking, you're driving up and down like just to get £29 back. Why didn't you even wait till the sales? You knew it was going to be Black Friday. Why wouldn't you just wait till Friday to get the TV to begin with? But yes, and something else funny was said yesterday by someone else, but I can't repeat it because it would definitely get taken the wrong way. But when I was saying it to someone else, they actually got it completely what I was getting at when I repeated it, because someone had said something and it was just so funny and they didn't realise it was so funny to other people, but it was like, oh my god, that is funny. Like some of the things I see and hear on a weekday basis, you couldn't even make it up. There's some of the stuff like you just like, some of the stuff that I hear, it's just like, oh my god. But oh god, I'm in so much pain. Do you know what's worse? Like my illness, it actually hurts me more to be sat down. So that's obviously not ideal because it's more painful to sit down. I stood up for a lot yesterday when I was out, which was good, but sitting down is actually really painful. It's more painful. I think the Bill's on telly. The Bill used to be good and then it got rubbish, didn't it, like the last few years, so I stopped watching it in the last few years. But it was good and then it went bad. And isn't it coming back? Maybe I could write for them, you know. They can do some like bullying and like vindictive, nasty things in it. I could easily write that. I can come out with some of the sayings that they say, like, I'm a detective, I can't tell you that. I'm a sergeant in charge of 8 people. I'm a manager in charge of 27 people. Do you want a badge? So they just like unnecessarily bragging and stuff that like they say to you. Some of the one-liners, like me and my dad just like do impressions of certain people. I'm not doing it on here because apparently they all watch me because, you know, victimisation and all that, but yeah, I could easily write for the bill. Like if they've got like a CID department, which they did, didn't they? I could definitely help them with the characterisations based on my experiences. I hope it comes back and it's not the rubbish version, because it was good and then it was like, what the hell's going on in it? There's some kind of riot going on in it. I mean, right now.
Last night. The car is evidence, which is why it's been torched, no doubt. We've got to keep them waiting because it's too hot to lie.
No way through.
Out of the question.
And you don't consider the park an option?
Home fans.
Right, well, if there's no way through and the park's a no-go area, then they're going to have to turn back. Except it's too late for that.
We're going to hold them. Bronze one from silver.
Got it!
I want you to hold them. Keep them contained until the home fans are clear.
I haven't watched Neighbours yesterday because normally I come home, watch it with my lunch, but I got that vindictive, nasty, lying letter from the police yesterday, which I'm still stressed out about nearly 24 hours later, so they're ruining my weekend basically, but they're not happy until I kill myself. We all know that's what's going to happen, and it's because of the police, Blackburn Police, PPU mainly. Because they have a vendetta and they're constantly bullying me, they're constantly making me depressed, they're constantly making me distressed.
Well, me. I'm Sheila Canning. Hi. Well, don't you all look nice out there? I'm Sheila Canning.
Oh, she finally lost it.
Oh, you're back.
Hey, you've been on your own for a bit too long by the look of it.
Oh, I'm rehearsing for my solo act in Dippy's variety show. Oh, apparently Sheila's got talent.
Oh, shame you've kept it hidden all these years.
Oh, Gary, I'm sure you'll be wonderful, Sheila. Oh, I will be.
This is like my guilty pleasure kind of thing. I watch it. Well, I miss it some days, but obviously you can go back and download it like I did this morning. When I come down I was downloading it, and now I'm going to watch it. I'm going to stop filming because I'm feeling a bit more down now. I don't know why, but I want some time out for myself for a little bit. I'll probably be back at some point because I'm highly stressed because of Blackburn Police. They're just victimising me constantly and making me highly depressed, and I just don't know what else I'm meant to do anymore. I've honestly had enough. They're not happy with the fact that I want to die. They're just going to keep pushing me until I actually do it, aren't they? It's just not fair what they're doing to me.